Hello everybody, it's me, Code Talker Looter, with the second episode of the beginning JavaScript. It's a beautiful Sunday morning here, so I decided to do it right now, and then of course upload it at the utmost convenience, which is gonna be this Wednesday, I believe October 2nd, I believe. I can't remember which it's going to be this Wednesday, but bear with me, okay? So, we already reached chapter 2 after doing those first 3 exercises before. And then, it talks to you about some compatibility with the browsers and stuff like that. So, with that being said, we are now going to the chapter 2, which is all about variables. Remember the variables that we were doing in Python? Well, there's also variables, of course, in JavaScript. So let's get going with this called I was gonna call it, I believe is ch2 underscore example 1.html. There we go. Alright, now let's get going. Let's get cracking. Duck type, there we go. And then we go for HTML, lang, en, and we'll make the bracket. What else? I'm gonna do head, make the bracket, and the head we'll put a title. Title's gonna be chapter 2 example 1. Alright, and then let's get out of the heading. Now let's get into the body. And in the body we're gonna start using the JavaScript tag variable, my first variable. Alright, my first variable, and in my first variable is going to be assigned a hello. Then we put an alert function, my first variable, okay, and then we're going to do, oh, this is cool actually, my first variable, we're going to assign it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to do an alert function again of my first variable. So we're going to see here, if you already know, see my Python stuff here, we are going to the, let me save it again. Let's go to the, there we go, chapter 2. And here we're gonna see, I'm gonna click, oh. Restart, switch says hello. Then 5, 4, 2, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of the web page. See, it's pretty rudimentary. Super cool stuff. Cool beansies. Let's get going to the Visual Studio. There we go. Okay. So yeah, as soon as you load this into your web browser, it should show an alert box with hello, and then when you click OK, you will see the other alert. Alright, now let's get going with the second one. Alright. So, chapter 2 underscore example 2.html. And go for duck type. HTML. Language. Yeah. course, the head's gonna be the title, chapter 2, example 2. Let's get out of the head. Let's go with the body. With the body, we'll do the script. And the script, we're going to do variable string 1 equals to hello. And variable string 2 and goodbye. Then we do an alert function for string 1, and then we're going to do an alert for string 2. But after that, what we're going to do here is in this string 2, we are going to make a string assigned to string 1. So when we do the alert again, string 1, string 2, we're going to assign again string 1 equals now for something different. And now for alert again, string 1, string 2, and that's how it ends. So now what we're going to do here, whoops, hold on a minute. Let's do something here with okay. So we're gonna apply. There we go. So this page says hello. It says goodbye. Now hello again. Hello again. Now for something different. Hello. And yeah. So that's kind of cool. Here it is. So when you say load the page into your browser, and you will see a series of 6 alert boxes appear. Click OK on each alert box to see the next alert. The first 2 show the values of string 1 and 2, hello and goodbye respectively. Then you'll assign string 2 with the value that is in string 1. The next 2 alert boxes show the content of string 1 and string 2. This time both are hello. Finally, you change the value of string 1, note that the value of string 2 remain unaffected. And then let's read together, okay? The first thing you do in this script block is declare your variable. There are 2 variables, string 1 and string 2. However, notice that you have assigned them values at the same time that you have declared them. This is a shortcut called initializing that saves you typing too much code. Var string 1 and 2, hello and goodbye. Note that you can use this shortcut with all data types, not just strings. The next 2 lines you use the alert function to show the current value of each variable to the user. Alert string 1 and alert string 2. Then you assign string 2 the value that's contained in string 1. To prove that the assignment has really worked, you again use the alert function to show the user the contents of each variable. String 2 and string 1. Next you set string 1 to a new value. String 1 now for something different. This leaves string 2 with its current value, demonstrating that string 2 has its own copy of the data assigned to it from string 1 in the previous step. You see in later chapters that this is not always the case. However, as a general rule, basic data types such as the text and numbers are always copied when assigned, whereas more complex data types like the objects you come across in chapter 5 are actually shared and not copied. Okay, so we're gonna see that in the long run. Using data calculations and basic strings manipulation. Okay, so this is actually pretty cool. Numerical calculations. Alright, calculations. Let's go and do that. Visual Studio. Sample3.html. dot type HTML lang en close bracket head for the title again. Title is gonna be chapter 2 sample 3. I'm going for the body, close body, script, variable first number, assigned to 15, var second number is 10, var answer doesn't have an assign, you're gonna do it like that, but the answer then is gonna be answer is equals 15 minus 10, and then I'm gonna make an alert function. I'm gonna display the answer variable in the browser, and then we're gonna make an answer. Oh god, sorry, alert. No, sorry. Answer first number, second number, then an alert function again, displaying the answer. All right, so let's get cracking. It's already saved. Let's open the folder. Let's open the browser page. So this page says 1.5 and this page says 1.5. So what happens load this into your web browser, you should see a succession of 3 alert boxes, each containing the value 1.5. These values are the results of 3 calculations. The first thing you do in the script block is declare your 3 variables and assign the first 2 of them values that you will be using later. Var first number 15 and 10 var answer. Next, you set the answer variable to the results of the calculations of the expression 15 divided by 10. You show the value of this variable in an alert box. Okay. This example demonstrates one way of doing the calculation, but in reality, you would almost never do it this way. To demonstrate that you can use expressions in places you use numbers or variables, you show the results of the calculations of 15 divided by 10 directly by including it in the alert function. Alert divided by 10, end of the statement. Finally, you do the same calculation, but this time using the 2 variables. First number, which was set to 15, and second number, which was set to 10. You have the expression first number, second number, the result of which you store in your answer variable. Then to prove it has all worked, you show the value contained in answer by using your friend, the alert function. Answer first number. So this is usually how you should do it always, all the time. You'll do the most calculations the third way, that is using variables or numbers and variables and storing the result in another variable. The reason for this is that if the calculation used literal values, then you might as well program in the result of the calculation rather than force JavaScript to calculate it for you. For example, rather than writing 15 divided by 10, you might as well just write 1.5. After all, the more calculations you force JavaScript to do, the slower it will be. Though, admittedly, just one calculation won't tax it too much. Another reason for using the result rather than the calculation is that it makes code more readable. True. Increment and decrement operators. Okay. The result is the same. The value of my variables increased or decreased. Okay. You can see here. Let's read this passage. Okay. The result. Okay. We'll have to read this entire thing. increment and decrement operators. A number of operations using the math operators are so commonly used that they have been given their own operators. The two you will be looking at here are the increment and decrement operators, which are represented by 2 plus signs and 2 minus signs, respectively. Basically, all they do is increase or decrease a variable's value by 1. You could use the normal plus and minus operators to do this. For example, my variable plus. However, using the increment and decrement operator shortens these to my variable plus plus, my variable minus minus. The result is the same. The value of my variable is increased or decreased by 1, but the code is shorter. When you are familiar with the syntax, this becomes very clear and easy to read. Right now, you may well be thinking that these operators sound as useful as a poke in the eye. However, in chapter 3, when you look at how you can run the same code a number of times, you will see that these operators are very useful and widely used. In fact, the ++ operator is so widely used it has a computer language named after it, C++. The joke here is that C++ is one up from C. Well, that's programmer humor for you. Okay, let's get going into this. How much am I going in? We are 16 minutes away. Yeah, we have a lot of time. Okay. Ooh, nice. Let's fucking go. Okay, guys, we reached to the. I'm so pleased to announce that we reached to the maximum part of beginning calculations programming with the chapter 2 example 4.html, because we're gonna do a Fahrenheit to centigrade calculator, a Fahrenheit to centigrade how you call it, converter. There you go. So please welcome. Let's do lang and head. What the fuck? Okay, if I do head, oh, that helps a lot. If I do title, oh my gosh, that helps a lot. Thank you. Example 4. Thank you, Visual Studio. Buddy. Oh my god, we're gonna do this. Oh fuck yeah. Oh, I'm hard. Okay. Let's go. So, comment. Equation is C as in centigrade equals 5 divided by 9. Then Fahrenheit minus 32. That is basically the conversion for Fahrenheit to centigrade. So it's gonna do variable degree Fahrenheit equals prompt, and then enter the decrease in Fahrenheit. Var decent equals 5.9. Dec Fahrenheit minus 32, and then we will show an alert function which will show the decent. There you go. All right. With that all being said, we open our folder, and then with that all being said, we go to our browser, enter the Fahrenheit in Fahrenheit. Let's see, for example, 85. It's 29 degrees Celsius. Yeah, I can feel that. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. For example, let's do 31. And it's 0.555. All right, let's do it again. 50. What's 50? 10. Okay, let's do it again. 72, which is basically, I think that's my Yeah, 22 sounds right. That is by far the most how you call it, acceptable temperature that is like humanly possible. Anyway, let's read, shall we? If you load the page into your browser, you should see a prompt box like that shown in figure 2.3. If you leave it at 50 and click OK, another box with a number of 10 in it appears. This represents 50 degrees Fahrenheit converted to centigrade. Yeah. Okay, no much explanation to it. It's pretty self-explanatory, actually. We can do that in every freaking programming language, actually. Security issues with Internet Explorer. Well, not anymore, because I'm using Edge and it's working. Oh, actually, I'm using Opera, so okay, whatever. Okay. The first line of the script block is a comment because it starts with 2 forward slashes. It contains the equation for converting Fahrenheit temperatures to centigrade and is in the example code solely for reference. Equation is centigrades equals 5 divided by 9 times Fahrenheit minus 32. Your task is to represent this equation in JavaScript code, which is basically you just replace these two with your variables. Instead of initializing the foreign variable to a literal value, you get a value from the user using the prompt function. The prompt function works in a similar way to an alert function, except that as well as displaying a message, it also contains a text box in which the user can enter a value. It is this value that will be stored inside the foreign variable. The value returned is a text string, but this will be implicitly converted by JavaScript to a number when you use it as a number, as discussed in the section data type conversion later in this chapter. You pass two pieces of information to the prompt function. The text to be displayed, usually a question that prompts the user for input, the default value that is contained in their input box when the prompt dialog box first appears. These two pieces of information must be specified in the given order and separated by a comma. If you don't want a default value to be contained in the input box when the prompt box opens, use an empty string for the second piece of information. As you can see in the preceding code, the text is entered in the grid in Fahrenheit and the default value in the input box is 50. Next, in the script block comes the equation represented in JavaScript. You store the result of the equation in the extent variable. You can see that the JavaScript looks very much like the equation you have in the comment, except you use degFahren instead of Fahrenheit and degcent rather than centigrades. The calculation of the expression on the right-hand side of the equals sign raises a number of important points. First, just as in math, the JavaScript equation is read from the left to right, at least for the basic math functions like plus and minus and so on. Secondly, as you saw earlier, just as there is precedence in math, there is precedence in JavaScript. Okay. Basic strings operations. And 23, I think we can do considering strings. Okay, example number 5 is going to be our last example and exercise for the day. Let's gonna do chapter 2. Sample 5 of HTML. There we go. Oh, okay, I need to change that. Anyway, doc type, HTML, language, English. We're gonna do head. Gonna do title, chapter 2, example 5. Body, script, variable greeting string is equals to hello. We have also variable my name is equals to prompt. Please enter your name. Var concat string. A new function called document that write greeting string plus name plus this is just an empty bracket here for next line, I believe. The account cat string equals greeting string plus my name. Document that write. There we go. Concat string. And that's it. So let's load this. Let's load this and please enter your name. It's gonna be Gregory. Hello Gregory. Hello Gregory. Let's read. You start the script block by declaring 3 variables. Okay, yeah, var greeting string, var my name, var concat string. The previous chapter you saw how the web page was represented by the concept of a document and that it had a number of different properties such as BG, color. You can also use document to write text and HTML directly into the page itself. You do this by using the word document followed by a dot and then write. You can use document write much as you do the alert function. The expression written to the page is the concatenation of the value of the greeting string variable, space the value of the my name variable, and the HTML BR element, which causes a line break. Okay, line break. That's the element line break. All right. In the next line of code is similar to expression. This time it is just a concatenation of the value in the variable greeting string, a space, and the value in the variable my name. You store the result of this expression in the variable concat string. Finally, you write the content of the variable concat string to the page using document write. All right, and with that, let's do the following chapters, the following exercises in the next video, probably next week, so you guys can see how it's done, the different stuff. So far with Python and JavaScript, we're basically seeing the same things, which is very helpful to see how both of the programming languages work. And yeah, with that being said, click like, subscribe, and follow me for more videos.